Hello, everybody. Keep on logging in. Keep on logging in. Keep on logging in. All right. I want to take a conversation I had with Charlene and Richard will take some time calling. I'll let you know we're going to build Charlene and what the plan is moving forward, and everybody's on the same page.
Perfect. Call me later.
All right. Are you going over there at all?
It's already there, already checked in, already did the house check.
All right, then never mind. Okay. Hello, everybody. I hope all is well. Keep on logging in. It is officially 2 p.m. I am proofreading documents and doing tons of other things. So keep on logging in. Keep on logging in. All right, it's 2:01. Let's get started. So there's just some minor things I want to catch everyone up on. A few things that I want you to be aware of, especially as the summer season heats up. What's the summer? I guess it's the spring season heats up. Let's start with tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the last and final day. Tomorrow will be the last and final day of our clinic. So if you have not received your second dose and you've received your first dose here, tomorrow's the day. If you have any questions about specific times and all of those things, you can reach out to Deb or Jocelyn. I'm sorry. I feel like every time I get on live stream, I get really tired, really, really tired. But tomorrow will be the last day of our clinic. The clinic will end tomorrow. So we're not giving out any more vaccinations as of right now. This will be it. So if you received your first shot with us, this is your opportunity to have your second shot completed. If you have any questions or concerns, reach out to Jocelyn and or Deb, and they will point you in the right direction. Number two, so right now, we are still wearing masks. We're still washing hands, although things are looking better. Many of our consumers will go back to their day programs. Those that attended attended programs outside of LVAS, they will, they're going to go back to those programs. Some of them have already gone back. Others by the end of March will be there. Our CPS program, Community Participation Program, will be in full swing by next week. Wednesday will be the last day of virtual CPS. Oh, I know how much you're going to miss seeing all of our clinicians' wonderful faces every day, but Wednesday will be the last day. So all of our consumers, we're hoping to get back to their baseline and to have them out in the community. It'll help with their mental health, your mental health. It will help all the way around. So what I'm asking you to do is be mindful, and we're planning meaningful activities, things that make sense for us. So let's start at the beginning, and I'm going to say everything I just said again. Tomorrow, the 10th, will be the last day of our vaccination clinic. With that last day of the vaccination clinic, it is only for people who have received their first shot with LVAS and need to receive their second shot. Number two, in addition to that, we are still wearing masks and we're still washing hands and we're still taking temperatures. We are not allowing visitors into any of our homes right now, although I suspect by the end of March, we may be able to ease that restriction. We're just not there yet. And the last thing is CPS. Virtual CPS will be ending on Wednesday. Tomorrow will be the last day for virtual CPS. It is our goal and our intention to have every consumer back to their baseline, enjoying the community, especially as the weather's getting nicer. Please remember that you still need permission to go wherever you're going, wherever you're scheduled. You should have permission from a supervisor. Now, I have said a lot in 6 minutes and 55 seconds. What questions do you have? There's a lot of hellos. Hello, hello, hello. What questions do you have? Sure, reviewing the on-call protocol. So let's start all the way back at the beginning. So call outs. Call outs, no one is a fan of call outs, but if it is necessary for someone to call outs take place at minimum 4 hours before residentially before the start of your shift if you work in residential services. Every house has to answer that question, has a company cell phone. And in that company cell phone should be every phone number that you need. When you have an issue or a crisis, there are two numbers that you can call. You can call the on-call phone number and they'll get you help as soon as possible. If it's a behavioral issue or concern, or behavioral presentation, what you can do is call the clinical on-call person. The point of the clinical on-call person is to provide you support while a behavior is actually happening. So it appears that the clinical on-call, I think that's what Charlene's talking about, isn't being called when they're supposed to be. And there have been times, especially this past weekend, where the on-call was also not called. So if something is occurring, the on-call person updates the internal email thread, but call on call if there's a problem. And the on-call person, if you are not sure who to contact, they'll contact the appropriate person for you. I don't know if that answered the question. What other questions can I answer today? Yes. So what Ms. Deb is asking is, so we have had a ton of employees who their W-2s have come back to us because their mailing address is incorrect and they have changed their phone numbers several times throughout the year. So we have employees whose W-2s are just here. They're just here in the office because we can't get a hold of anyone. We can't contact them. So it is your responsibility if you move or if you change phone numbers, it is your responsibility to notify us. Now, there is a way you can do that in ADP. That's the easiest way to do it is update your information in ADP. I would still notify HR of changing your phone number so that we know who to contact in case of an emergency, and update your emergency contact sheet. But it is your responsibility to do this. So next year, when you're looking for your W-2s, they're mailed out normally. We prefer them to be mailed out. Sometimes we allow people to pick them up. So when you're on call, yes, you should be on the email thread with all of the schedules, not just your house. And I'll make sure that Vicky does it, sends it out to everyone. Hmm. So the on-call needs an updated phone list. All right, Jocelyn can take care of the updated phone list for the on-call for the past 4 weeks. So you have to update there's two different ways when you're going to update your address. You're going to update it for HR records, and the other is in ADP. We cannot update your ADP. Kendall can manually go in the back end and do it, but that is not best practice. You can go in and update your ADP things. We don't have to. So when you go in to log in and punch in, I know you can because I've done it for myself. So that's why if your address is not correct with your, let's say, your paycheck and your W-2, it's because your address is probably not updated in ADP, and that is something that you take care of. Your emergency contact and phone numbers, that is an HR thing. So to answer your question, Sarah, would I rather have a unicorn horn or a squirrel tail? I'm going to choose a squirrel tail because I can hide it at times. It helped me have great balance. And I think a squirrel tail would keep me warm in the winter. It probably would help me swim. Whereas a unicorn horn, it's just like a rhino horn. If I'm not fighting someone, why have it? That's my 2 cents. What other questions can I answer? No, as of right now, ODP is not allowing us. Well, okay, so this is where it gets confusing. Chrissy, that's a really good question. I will get clarity on it because the CDC is saying that if you're around other persons that are vaccinated, you are safe. However, ODP, I have not seen anything that will allow us to reduce the mask wearing in the homes. I will get clarity for you, Chrissy. That's a really good question. Because in your personal life, what they're saying right now is if you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask if the other person was vaccinated. It is different because this is a licensed setting. Sarah, yeah. I don't know if I'm unicorn fun material. Yes, I will go over. So, matter of fact, I have 2 requests off actually on my desk right now from 2 different people. And it's summer fun. Tank tops and flip flops are about to come out this week. Little short shorts are about to come out this week. All of those things are wonderful and great. But COVID-19 is still here. So it is important that when you submit your request, number one, that you remember you're not the only person submitting time, and there are moments where we have to make difficult decisions about who's off and when because everyone can't be off at one time. Please note that if you cannot produce a vaccination card, like the one I have on my desk, this one is mine, you can't produce that, then you really shouldn't be going anywhere. Let's just call a spade a spade. Yeah, travel restrictions have been lifted for persons who are vaccinated. If you're flying, actually, the conversation I just said, if you're flying, even if you're flying somewhere, you have to produce a negative COVID screen prior to being able to fly. So be mindful, be careful. And you're not the only person out there. You might think you're invincible, but you're not. So please be mindful. Miss Liz, you can wear my mask. I have a mask for you, Miss Liz. So if you have not submitted your driver's license to HR, that is a problem. So, Ms. Deb, you can give me the list and I will call everyone and I will issue the discipline gladly. Christina will do it. She'll do it with me. What other questions can I answer? Okay. Seeing none, hearing none, I'm going to log off now. Look at my forehead wrinkles, man. Seeing none, hearing none, I am going to log off. Yes, Charlene. Actually, Wednesday is the last day, Charlene, for virtual CPS. Already announced it. Yes. I want to take that as a personal plea to me, Charlene. I feel like you're telling me to stay safe in the community, but everyone stays safe in the community. COVID-19 is still very real. There are variants of the virus out there. Please be safe. Wash your hands, wear your mask, social distance. Um, please, please be safe. We actually we appreciate you, and we want you to be healthy and safe. All right, everybody. That's going to conclude it for today. Thank you for all that you do. We appreciate you. I will get answers to those other questions. Ashley did say the same thing, that ODP has not updated the mask wearing in the house yet. We'll definitely get some clarity on that. And I'll be calling all of you who have not turned in your license. If you have questions about how to update your information in ADP, we'll see if we can find some tutorials or something to email out to show you how to do that. We hope you're well, be safe. Have a great Tuesday, everyone.